Hi, I'm Steele Herrera. I'm class of 27, and here is my Ceramics 1 portfolio. I chose ceramics because I've been using clay since early childhood, no matter what type it was. Sculpey, air dryer, modeling clay, it was always a great time. So the general process of pottery came to me as early as the age of 3. My main interest has always been art, so I thought that ceramic class would be the perfect fit for me. First up, we started the year with a name tile project. Immediately when I saw the shape, my mind went old school. I created the exterior of my shape to be an antenna TV. I scattered the letters around the screen to create a retro contrast. Letters and cherries are my levels of elevation, and the texture I had was a faint cheetah print on the edge. This didn't show up due to the color of the underglaze I used. Final products in ceramics can be done, but for it to be completely finished, it needs to make sure that all of your final details and touches are added for a piece to be completely perfected. I picked colors and types of glazes that matched the older aesthetic I was going for, and lastly, the detail that I added was some colors taken away through my name because it sums me up as a person being a little bit incomplete. Our imaginary friend project was the second project of the semester. Originally, I took inspiration from the quote, "Holy cow," but my project unfortunately exploded so
Ooh, mama, that burned.
my paths process elephant. The narrative behind my project was my actual childhood stuffed animal Ellie. The process was different by creating this because we use a process called the PATS process compared to the name tile we just use slipping and scoring. I used Potter's Choice light sepia and black underglaze to create my project. This project was specifically challenging for me due to the fact that my original project had a mishap, but I inevitably came back and made it work. The third project of the semester would be our pumpkin project featuring a spooky surprise. Creating the perfect pinch spout starts with the thickness, and it is key to smooth the edges correctly. I used the wood knife to create the ridges by imprinting the tool back and forth. I made sure the interior of my pumpkin was smooth so the outside and the interior were cohesive. I used tools like the Sgraffito tool and the wood knife to create the web and the exterior. I used black underglaze to create the web inside the lid and IC23 for the actual base. The hardest part of this project was making sure everything was even and looking realistic. The next project we took on in the semester was the Hamon Coil Pot project. Some things I learned about the Hamon people were that there were 3 economic periods, early, middle, and late. All phases were unique in their own way. The Hamon people's pottery was very bold and distinct and had a lot of creativity. All work featured patterns and textures of all sorts. A tip I would give ceramic student is making sure when you're doing coils, applying pressure evenly to ensure that the coils are the same thickness is very important. A spritz of water can also help you significantly. I used twist spirals and regular coils to build the structure of my pot. I took inspiration from specific pots in the time. This is an example of an original coil pot from their time. I used both PC Oil Spot and PC Lustrous Jade to create a galactic sea type of vibe. This created good contrast because the pots were very organic to the Hamon period and the colors were modern and bold. The cultivating project of this semester was our slab house project. My house was inspired by my mom's favorite childhood series, Peanuts. I took a classic Charlie Brown story and brought it to life. We assembled our houses in the greenware stage because due to the clay's thickness, we needed it to be sturdy enough to hold. The joints we used were cutting the edges in a slanted form. This house, we needed all of the skills we learned throughout the semester to be able to do all of the details that we wanted no matter what. I used Potter's Choice textured amber, black and white underglaze, clear glaze seal, glacier, and bright yellow underglazes to do my project. The challenging part of this project and ceramics in general is just being patient. Between the little techniques and all the process of waiting, having patience is the main key. My most successful piece was the slab house because it's not only fitting that we did all of the processes in this project, but I had resilience through the completion of it. The most challenging project was the imaginary friend due to mine not being successful or efficiently at first, but with an open mind and a heart, we made it work. I would like to further touch on perfecting my coil pot because it's not only the art of making coils, but I want to make a project that I am truly proud of, and I think that a success with a little more time and dedication would be perfected. The most valuable lesson I learned was growing with my peers and connecting with the people in my class. I got lucky to be in a period that allowed me to be with my friends, and I think it was a great experience growing closer through clay. My main goal I'll be working for the second semester is putting as much time into ceramics as possible, with additional time before and after school like ceramics club. Everything that you can do in ceramics can be even better.